Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Abe. How are you? Good morning, Brad. Good morning, James. Pat, good morning. Robert B. How are you, sir? Good morning, Robert M. Steven. How are you, Steven? MKO, good morning. Tassos, good morning. Cow Dog, good morning. I'm a pro, good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Let's get going. SNK, let's do it. All right, guys. So what we're seeing here, just a quick run up. We have the NQ, the 200 is positive, the 100 NT Rinko is negative, and we have a channel on the downside on the 20 NT Rinko right at the beginning of this session. So what we want to see is harmony zone number 1 is 12 by 02, and harmony zone number 2 is 87 by 77. Those two levels need to hold in order for the longs to re-exert their control. That control needs to break 36. If they break 36, then what we're gonna get is a potential run up to the target of 862 and a half. So that's the first thing that we're looking at. And now let's take a look at the news cycle here. We don't have much of any news going on today. Tomorrow we have existing home sales, enrichment manufacturing, along with a couple of speaks from the FOMC members. Wednesday we have flash manufacturing PMI and service PMI. Thursday we have and crude oil. Thursday we have unemployment. That's the big piece of news. And Friday we have revised consumer sentiment, a couple of speaks from the FOMC, and actually Fed Chair Powell is going to be speaking as well. So that's going to be a big deal, along with ECB Lagarde. So a light week when it comes to news. So the 35 is showing up. 200 and 100 are in sync on the long side, and we want to see potential run up to 862 and a half. That's the next target right now. Now pullbacks become viable with this move against that low of 793. It's early in the morning. It's Monday morning. We want to see a little bit of price action here, the first 15 minute, 20 minute, and here they come fast and furious toward 862 and a half. Here it comes, and we hit that target. And the next target is 887. Harmony zone number 1 and 2 shifted. Zone number 1 is 837 by 27, and 12 by 02 is the next zone. And we're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity in this. The top end of the cloud on the 200 NT Rinko, which is the 887 and a half, is the next target. Yeah, I mean, here we go. I mean, they made a trigger trade and they pushed it to target number three. The 80, 87 and a half coming up right now. I mean, it's not like they're giving us much of a pullback anyway. It's just they're literally once they started that 35 push, market just continued to do shallow two candle, one candle pull and ran up to the next target. And now we're heading toward target, uh, the trend target of 87. Target is hit. Next target is 912, 912 and a half. Harmony zone number one shifted to 62 by 52 and 37 by 27. Yeah, they're putting a little bit of pressure. There's a double top of behavior up here. Let's see if they hold on to it. If we start breaking anything under 75, we're going to get a bit of a retracement in this price action, potentially to the 65, then the 60. Here it comes. It's interesting. Yeah, see that? We want to see how strong. I mean, ultimately, we're looking for a pullback to buy into. But there is a captain set up short on the 40 NT wrinkle and the 30 NT wrinkle. So that's going to put a bit of a topping behavior up here. And now we're going to be probably start digging into or testing harmony zone number 1. I just want to see the quality of the buyers as we approach that level. See, I mean, that's literally. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. You could see them coming. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. All right. And what are we seeing here? I mean, they're trying to walk it back up here. Here you go. All right, we should be heading toward target number to the next target of 912. We got 4 minutes to the top of the hour. Nice, nice, nice. So we broke the channel right here into, or this downward small minor channel. We broke it up, came and retested it and shot up now. So the longs are in charge. I mean, that's just clear right now. And we're heading toward 912 coming up. Target number 2 is hitting that direction and heading toward that 912. All right, 902. We're looking for a pullback to get involved into this side of this market, which is long, and we got target of 937 and a half. That's the next target coming up. Harmony zone number one shifted to 87 by 77 and 62 by 52. Okay, ES, if we're looking at ES right now, the next target is 407 and a half. Harmony zone number one is 95 by 92, 88 by 85 is zone number two, and we're about to hit that target. If we're looking, yeah, we're about to hit it right here. The only issue with the ES is we're in the middle of the range on the 50 NT Renko. That's the spot where the market can pause. I mean, we literally hit that target. We just need to cross and trade right above it. Then we'll start another series of targets for ES. Here we go. Target 937 on NQ and a target of 4413.75 on ES. I mean, for all practical reasons, this is the only retracement of any consequences that we had. And we expected it based on the captain setups on the 30 and 40 NT Rinko that we saw. It was just short-lived retracement, came in, market ran up. From there, so looking at ES, we have an FOMC number at 44.21 and 75. So that's going to be an attractive level for us to go to. The middle of the range is 44.0875. All right. It's a patience game, guys. It's a patience game. I'm patient. I want to see as much of this market as possible, especially on a Monday morning. I want to understand the price action. We got very close to our target here at 37. We got to the 32, I think. And now they're selling it. We don't want to see a retest of Harmony Zone number one, be honest with you, because that will disconnect the 200 from the 100, and then there'll be pockets of sellers coming through. Yeah, this is a bigger retracement than what we've seen all day long. All right, so the 200 and the 100 are out of sync, okay? So now the strength of the buying interest is waning a little bit here, and we're seeing some sellers being a little bit more aggressive at these levels. We need to be conscious of these pullbacks and not just blindly trying to buy them. When the market is in harmony, things can move robustly to the upside, and where we at right now, we need to be a little bit careful here. If they start breaking anything under 70, then that's going to pause this idea of even trying to go long on these pullbacks. And we need to start seeing the cloud shifting back positive before we jump back in on anything. Abe, right click, follow me on this. Just let me know that you're following me. Right click, data series, and this is how many days you go back, and this is the end date that you want to look at. So if you want to go 15, 20, or you want to go to August 1st, you could just manipulate it right here. All right, so we hit harmony zone number one multiple times right here. We're getting some buyers. This is the biggest pullback all day long so far. The longs are still the dominant force, but we're experiencing some serious sellers coming into the game and testing harmony zone number one in a very forceful way. I need to be careful of, I need to see more information basically. Now, if the market right here came in and stopped right here and reversed, that would have been channel number two. And then we would have gotten on the 20s to the 25 a signal that would have been a buy signal, and an aggressive buy signal, consistent with the fact that the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. Now, what did the market do? Kind of broke that whole structure. That's why we're pausing. There you go. Shorts are forceful here, guys. They are forceful. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync. We're in the middle of the range on the 50. This market, in order for me to go long, the following needs to happen. Price action needs to go to 911. And the cloud needs to shift positive. And then that would be a confirmed support area for price action. We've seen this happen on Friday. So the market, they're making the market look a little bit too desperate right now, right here. But things can change. If 911 shows up, then I'm going to look for pullbacks to buy into it. That's the first thing. Second thing, if we break under harmony zone number 2, which is 52, then I'm going to be inclined to start looking for rallies as shorts, and definitely will look at them as short if we break anything under 37.5. Anything between those two levels, between the 911 and the 37, I'm going to be simply just reading the market at this point and trying to understand the strength of both participants and what type of traps are they building, because that's going to give me the information I need to make a good decision on this next trade that we're going to be doing. So that move up to the middle of the range and then this shift, that's a good one to see. That really supports the shorts right there. $52 is showing up. So that behavior right here, in and around the 84, was significant. See, here we go. Yeah, that's a reversal. That's a reversal. That's good. Doesn't matter to me as long as the market has conviction. I'm gonna start looking for an entry point. GED, good morning. And we closed it. All right, so things are changing, things are shifting. Okay, so let's take a bigger look and ask ourselves a question here. All right, so from a bigger perspective, all right, you had this channel. That's channel number 1. And right here, we just, with this move that we just did right now, we established channel number 2. So for the health of this rotation and the selling pressure that started on August the 15th with a high of 346, and be mindful that we had multiple legs to this rotation, so this is just the third leg of it. The health of all of this rotation from the 15th to where we at depends on this candle that we just closed. So as long as we continue to trade under 928.75, we should be coming and we should be pushing toward Globex, which is 762.5. So any rotation, any rally back up into harmony zone number 1 and 2 has a target of multiple targets, but one of them is 812. The second one is going to be that 662.5, 762.5. And as long as we continue to trade under that 930 level, I mean, this thing can go all the way down to 607 and hit target number 4 at 547. So it's really critical what they've done here. They ran it from 600 to 900, 300 point, and now they're starting this rotation lower. Okay. In ES, similar pattern, but weaker. And the weakness, why we say weaker, because we never even attempted the top end of the range of 44.31.75. We simply came to the middle of the range and reversed that candle. So now we're going to be hitting 43.82 and a half. That's the next target of that rotation. Then we have a target at 43.67, then a target at 43.50, which is the low of the August the 18th. Then from there, I mean, you're breaking and you're hitting lows and pushing for bigger targets under that. So what should I expect right now? I'm expecting a bit of a rally coming up. Why? We hit the middle of the range on the 100 NT Rinko. That is a spot where at a minimum the market will pause from whatever prior move is. So the market retraced from the 930 all the way to 826. You expect a little bit of back and fill behavior here, and potentially we could end up retesting harmony zone number 1. I'm watching for that, but I'm looking for these rallies to short into. If we break 838, that's going to set up a captain set up long on the 40 NT Rinko, and we're going to start backing and filling. So watch for that behavior. Here it comes. All right. Yeah, they're going to start backing and filling here a little bit, which is healthy. Just to be mindful also of location. Okay, so we're coming very close to the Globex band zone, and that's an area where first touches of that zone tend to be an area where some buyers will step in, or if we're running up to it, will be shorts coming into it for the first touch. So that's an area of inflection. and that's actually also a target. So that's why you're seeing a little bit of this behavior of backing and filling right now, and you're seeing a rounding behavior in market in price action. So like we said, we're expecting a little bit of this back and fill area right here. Well, how's everybody doing so far this morning? Just checking on you guys. Any trades? All right, they're producing a captain setup right here, long, and they're pushing the price. ES produced a captain setup, a 6-prong captain setup, came and retested it. So that is the base in which the price is going to be countering this behavior, meaning that we're most likely going to be seeing the 55.65 area coming up here. Definitely there is a price stability they're trying to do here, but again, I'm looking for any rally as a shorting opportunity. That's what I'm looking for. If they close this candle higher, that's a captain setup switch trade. Look at that. Yeah, that's a captain setup switch trade. They just built up right here. Good for them. Yeah, good for them. Just trying to put an order in, but that market just went way too quick up. So most likely we're gonna hit harmony zone number 1. We need to start getting active here. That's a bigger base than whenever you see captain setup and a switch trade right after it, you're gonna see typically a bigger move. You're seeing that same behavior on the 40 NT Rinko, so it's mimicking itself across multiple charts. That's indicative of serious buyers stepping into this range. Now, we recognized the rounding behavior in the market, and the fact that there are buyers here that can bring us to this level, and they are bringing us to this level. So the expectations we're having from the market and our market read is consistent with what the market is doing. So that's a good thing for me, because that means I'm reading the market accurately, and then I can be a little bit aggressive in putting on trades here. All right, let's keep working, pro. Let's keep working. SNK no trades. GED, how we doing? Frida, how are we doing? MKO, how are we doing? Robert B, Robert M. Okay, another switch trade up here. So they're going to start running into harmony zone number 1. Okay. So this is going to be the first test of the shorts right here. They need to come in. They need to come with conviction. They need to make a high and a lower high if they want to, and ultimately shift the cloud to negative. And then we'll start looking for a continuation trade on the short side with a big target of 812, and then the subsequent targets all the way down to Globex for 762. This is the first test of the shorts right here. All right, we are in channel number 1 on the 20 NT Rinko. Now here, here's the uncle point for the shorts. They need to produce another lower high and break below 840 and ultimately 832. If they don't do that, then we're going to start breaking above 70 into the 80, and then harmony zone number 2 can be an area where the market needs to hold. I'm not going to get aggressive trying to go long in this area, by the way. So you have a disconnect between the 200 and the 100. So what does that mean? It means that 200 is still short with harmony zone number 1 and 2 on the short side, but the 100 NT Rinko is actually shifted. Okay, so we're having this pocket of buyers stepping in and challenging the shorts, and we're getting this behavior of backing and filling, and the market is just doing this rotation in this area right here. ES making a switch trade after a captain setup. That's also a long behavior. Okay, so basically the market is out of harmony. It's no longer harmonious on the short side, and it's not harmonious on the long side, which lends itself to scalping opportunities that I can take advantage of it on the 20 NT Rinko if I choose to, or I can just leave it alone and look for the market to get back in sync on the short side, which would be a break below 827.65 at this current time, and then start looking for bigger targets on the short side. if we start digging into this 40 to the 30 level right now, I'm going to start looking for short opportunities. I'm stepping away for just a moment. Okay. That's good to see. I mean, at least some of the shorts are stepping in, and we had a higher high there, but a lower high at this spot, and the market did a rotation lower. That's good. We don't want to see anything at 64. So 64 is going to be the stopping point to any short that we will do. We don't want to see anything above 50 either, really. I mean, this is the scenario in this market that's worth looking into. Scenario number one. If the market goes up to 62.75, right? Let's call it 63. The 100 NT Rinko would have established a captain setup on the 100 NT Rinko. That is a powerful long signal. Okay? The problem with it is you have the 200 NT Rinko is negative, and we're at the top end of the range on the 200 NT Rinko. So that's going to be an area where there's going to be pullbacks. So I can, on a scalping basis, come in and look for scalps in that direction and look for 80s and 96s as potential targets for scalping opportunities on that side. What I prefer the market to do is to re-engage itself on the short side, break below 36, and produce a new harmony wave short, and I will get in short in that direction. Okay? Because that would be consistent with having the market being in harmony, meaning the 200 and the 100 will be in sync, and then you're getting a signal in that direction. And then we can look for bigger targets as well, and that target would be 812, then that 762 that we talked about. Okay, so depending on what the market is going to do, if we break anything above 62, all right, I mean they're putting on a captain setup. I can trade that to the upside, and I will look for scalping trade only. If we break under that 35 level, I'm going to start looking for shorts, and I'm going to try to hold on to a trade for a lot longer for a bigger target. Anything in between, I'm a patient man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's a good one right there. That's a good one right there. So we got in two contracts, and I added a contract right there with a stop right above 40. And once the market confirmed with a closure of one candle, I added one more, so I was in 4, covered right here and covered right there. So that's trade numero uno, and let's move on to the next trade. And boom. Yeah, that's the target right there. So they hit that initial target, and now we're looking at 787 for the next target. 787 for the next target, guys. So that decision we just made, we got $473 off of it on 4 contracts. And moving on to the next decision. I don't know if any of you participated. Brad, Pat, Robert, Steven. Okay, good job, SNK. Robert, good job. No fill for Brad, that's fine. Abe, I was talking about the trade before it even gotten there, the logic wise, and I just executed once we got there. $8.29 for SNK, good deal. Okay, thank you, SNK. I'm glad this is helping you, brother. It helps me out as well. So make it a habit, make it a practice, and you will look a few months from now, and your trading is going to be in a different place altogether. Just build it into a habit. we go. We're digging into, yeah, that's the good stuff right here, actually. We're getting multi rotations and we're heading toward that 787.
The reason why
All right, guys. Just make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Appreciate you guys spending your day with us here. And I put a link for a 5-day free trial in the room. And if you're with Apex, there's a code there as well. And hopefully this stream is helping you make better decisions. All right, so we have harmony zone. Okay, so harmony zone number 1 is 37 by 47. Okay, and we have channel number 1, channel number 2 of this rotation, and we're looking for price action to stabilize and give us another opportunity for rotation into target number 2. The big target is 87. Then from there, we're heading toward Globex, which is 62.5. I'm looking for the next trade. Here we go. That was a captain setup. Good deal. That's a good one right there, actually. A captain setup into this rotation. We're running into a whole number. Captain setup switch trade right here. They're trying. They are trying. I mean, that's a good move. Hey Juan, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So when I see stuff like this, really, whenever I see something like this, they really need to hold that on to the 420 and push lower. And if they start breaking anything above 820, the odds are we're gonna retest harmony zone number 1. Like right now, right here, we should see a break below the 803 into the 800, then a flush to the 95.90. And if they don't do that and break anything above 15, then we're gonna get a bit of a reversal pattern back up there. It's a good spot for a trade. I'm gonna pass on it. Just want to see more, but that's the expectation. So the expectation is 805, 800, 95, 90. Stop is 15. It should be moving a lot faster than what it's doing right now, and that's the concern that I have. Is why are they spending that much time here? Yeah, see, no. Mm. Yeah, that was the concern. Yeah, that was the concern right there. Typically, the trades that work, they work like almost immediately. The trades that are gonna struggle, the market does this type of behavior where it's first initially the first, you know, alert or something that concerns me is if I'm expecting a quick move to the '05 or 800, why are you spending that much time, nipping price back up, like boom, going up, boom, and hitting that open of the prior candle? Typically, when you see that behavior, that tells me that the market is not quite there for that direction that I'm expecting. So I'm gonna start looking at either not getting into that trade or getting out of that trade fairly quickly if I'm in it. You're always measuring what you expect versus what the market is doing. And now you're looking at the trend line here, the blue trend line, and the market is still trading above it. So it came and tested and tested. Not only it tested, but it tested with a big signal. That's a big signal right there. The market is in sync. It's still in sync, and you're hugging the channel. You came in and gave us a captain setup switch trade. It gave us about 5 points. So you're going break even and getting hit for your break even. You're expecting the continuation here. that gets reversed, then the market is going to do that rotation back up. So they trap people here, basically. That's what that means. They didn't trap us, but they trapped some people. That's me reading that market. The shorts are back, right? That's fine. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. 87. $87 coming up. 87 coming up. So let's talk about the big picture here. Big picture, big picture. We have zone 1, zone 2. Okay, zone 1, 37.47, 62.72 is zone number 2. We came so close to the next big swing target, which is 787.50, right? Okay, so that target needs to be hit so we can move on to our next target, which is 762.5. Okay, so we need to get to that level, right? The shorts are in charge. The market is in harmony on the short side, and we have channel number 1 on the short side built up right now. So as long as we continue to trade under 838, we should be continuing our push lower toward Globex, which is 762.5. If we break anything above it, then the market is going to be pausing, and we need to, see what's next for this market. Okay. As far as trying to get long up here or down here, not interested. A whole lot has to happen before I participate on the long side anymore. I mean, as we were moving higher, there was opportunities on the long side, but now the structure of the market is broken on the long side, and a lot of work has to happen. Some of the work that has to happen is that break above 38. They do that. That will give me at least a pause on trying to go short, and I have to see how powerful they are at these levels. Okay, so 38 is going to be a very critical level. What could happen if the shorts are continuing their pressure? The 787, which we got very close to it, and that's concerning, be honest with you. Whenever we get that close to a big target and the market gets faded like this, that means the market most likely is going to make a counter trend to the prevailing move. So that can take us between 15 and 25, and the 38 needs to hold. Okay? But if this channel holds, we break target number 1 into target 787, then 62 half is going to be naturally the next target, and from there you are looking at a retest of the 700 into the 650. Then you got the bottom end of that range at 600, and that's an area of great deal of stops and momentum that can be generated if we break through it. So what's the key is 38 needs to hold. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's getting hammered right now. I mean, we're 25,000. The 30,000 level, they really gave it up on the 15th of August into the 17th. They really hammered that thing. They tried to hold it. They couldn't. This is like the third leg of this rotation. We may see the low 25,000 if we break there, we're going to be testing 20,000. That's a big psychological test, mental test to that market. Let's take a look at here we go, and that's Russell 2000. Russell 2000 is weak, and we are hitting the continuation of this trade. The next target is 1844.60. Crude oil at 80, and you could see it in the gas pumps in Texas. We're running at 356 per gallon. So we're running at around $81 per gallon here in crude. They went through a rotation short, and now they're flipping that. We need the cloud to shift positive, and that will position us for a continuation back up to 82, 83 level. Gold, they're slapping that thing around. In this rotation, we went all the way from inception to target number 5 of this rotation, below the 1925. So we're hitting the critical. I mean, you start breaking anything under 1900, that's a problem for that market. ES, we talked about ES. We hit the middle of the range, weaker than NQ, and we're pushing lower. It's going to be very hard for NQ to really muster a lot of strength if the current behavior of ES is this constant selling pressure and weakness. Tesla, opening price 221, we're trading above it. That's just a lot of meandering here, not really a lot of pressure. They took one rotation up, now one rotation down. You break anything above 226.80, we'll look for pullbacks to buy into it. Netflix, a whole lot of 401.99 is the opening price. We're trading under that. A break of 400 is shortable. NQ, this is on a daily basis. So we're going back from the break of the trend to the upside, which is on 316. And now we're about to shift the cloud negative on NQ on a daily basis. And that can have ramification to any rally that we will run into, because a rally that will run us into the 270s, that can be shorted on a reversal candle on a daily basis. So where we at right now, the market is susceptible for counter trend, but the way this structure is, there's a lot of weakness going on in NQ, and rallies are shortable on a daily basis. Gold on a daily basis, they are they're not kind to gold whatsoever. Not kind to gold whatsoever. Rallies are shortable into target number 1, and target number 2 is 1897.5. ES on a daily basis, weaker than NQ, and we're moving on to target number 2, which is 43.32. Apple, a lot of noise right now. Opening price 175, we're trading under that level. Rallies are shortable. Spider, nice rotation. They put a captain setup and they failed it right here. And the market, any rally against 436.40, As long as we don't break anything above 37, it's shortable. So that confirms the tone of the market on the short side here. Microsoft, opening price 317.89. We're trading above that. The market is quiet. You break the opening price 317.77. The rallies become shortable. QQQ. We get the rally. You put a captain setup long here. I retested it, middle of the range, and they filled the whole structure. So the same thing that we saw earlier. As long as we trade under 360.40, these rallies are shortable. YM, more pronounced price action. The opening Globex price was 565. We're trading under that. Rallies are shortable. Next target is target number 4. It's 34,285. Then you got 34,175. Then you got 34,011. We made one decision today, or one trade. We made a lot of decisions, but here we go. We're up 473 on 4 contracts in one trade, and that's pretty much that's good for me for a Monday. And we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. You guys have a good day.